Timberwolves win the tip. Now the opening lineup for the New Orleans Pelicans. Chris Paul is out there with Davis. Then it's Anthony Davis. Then it's Holiday. And it's Mashburn in at the foursome. And the basket by Serbiak.
You know, Love is, as we've seen, a solid passer for a big man. Great at breaking down the defense and firing the pass to an open teammate.
Now here's Davis. Holiday attacking. And the rejection by Love. Serbiak passes to Garnett. Finished off the break.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
The shot by Paul, no good.
And even without that three ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Gazelle, the pass to Love. Pelicans with the rebound.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Holiday gets the bucket.
With deep range and a wide arsenal of moves, Holiday keeps defenders off balance.
Love inside. Three-pointer. That shot, no good. And New Orleans will come the other way. And it's Davis at the elbow. And the layup is good.
And, you know, got to admire the patience inside from Davis. Outstanding at staying under control, taking his time, and burying the quality shot.
Now here's Love. He takes the 12-footer and hits.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Paul passes to Mashburn. Now here is Holiday. His three-pointers off the mark. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, I spoke with the head coach of the Pelicans. He said a primary concern is to prevent those easy three-point looks from outside. He said closing out hard on the shooters is going to be the key. If they don't bother the shooters, he said, it's going to be a very long 4 quarters. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. Obviously, the three ball is a big concern for any defense.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
He's certainly been cold this quarter, guys, but trying to shoot his way back into a groove. But nice timing on these jumps. He's somewhat on the small side for a power forward, but he just never gives up.
Pelicans trailed by 3. Outside, Davis. Shoots. Love grabs the board. And Love's got the ball here for Minnesota. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. It's stolen by Davis. Here we go with Holiday running it up the court. That's good from Davis on the assist by Paul. 6 points for Anthony Davis.
You know, this is why they trust Paul to run the offense. I mean, he's so good at getting the ball to guys on time and on target.
Here's Garnett. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And so it's New Orleans with it. Davis finds Paul. Back to Davis. Fires the 3. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Davis is a fantastic deep ball shooter, torching defenses with his perimeter game.
Gazelle, the pass to Serbiak. A minute 50 left to play in the first quarter.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Garnett with the block.
And not forget about the defense of Garnett. Outstanding at knowing when to time his leap to block the shot.
A platoon swap here for New Orleans. .141 left to play in the first quarter. Gordon dishes to Anderson. And it's Evans in the corner. 5 on the clock. That one good for 2.
And how about the efficiency Evans has shown in the paint. Once he's got his position, he's looking to score.
Now here's Towns. Back to Butler. From the arc. Cousins pulls it in. New Orleans in the lead. Now here's Evans. There's the pass to Wesley. And here is Cousins. Back to Evans. At the top of the key, Cousins. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Anderson. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And you know, Anderson is clever when it comes to drawing contact, extending into the defense on his way up with the shot, drew the foul.
New Orleans shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. He hits one and misses one, each at the line.
Yeah, a quality stretch four is Ryan Anderson. He knows his role is to shoot the ball, and he does it well.
Here's Love. The kick outside to Butler. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Inside, left side, Love. Pass to Towns. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
We know he can score from outside too, but close to the hoop is where Towns makes his living.
Evans feeling it out a bit. Here's Cousins. Doesn't go that time. Towns with the defensive effort. Three-pointer, Butler. A good close. Think about what we've seen so far from New Orleans.
Showing a lot of confidence in their rotation. They went right to that bench when they needed points.
And you know, when the bench is playing such a big role early, that certainly allows the starters to stay fresh throughout the game.
So for New Orleans right now, Gordon is out there with Anderson. Then it's David Wesley. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Evans in at the point guard position. Marbury, good.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but the D still has to keep an eye on him.
Here's Evans. It's rebounded by West.
Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
Back to Towns. Lays it up off the glass. Towns has got his second bucket of the night.
Yeah, you see right there, Towns invites contact. Unafraid of it, looking for it, and he's able to score through it.
Evans kicks to Gordon. Pass to Wesley. Cousins trying to free himself up. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Here's Minnesota. Over to the wing. Here's West. A beautiful reverse layup. And the Timberwolves lead by 2.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, tampering is a touchy subject, but it's a word we're hearing more often. Teams want to retain their star players, but they know that there's always talk during a season. Now, teams can only express interest in a player when he hits free agency. Players can talk amongst each other freely all season. Star players like LeBron James are tied into their front offices. And some people wonder if there's much of a difference between what the player says and what his team is thinking. Kevin?
Good point, David. Thank you.
And that's an owner's manual possession to get them a good look there, Kevin.
Here's Marbury, covered by Evans. From downtown, Rubio misses. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. And here's Evans outside. Stayed with it, but they couldn't get it to fall. Rubio against Wesley. Towns down low. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on DeMarcus Cousins.
Showing determination inside. Towns absorbs the contact and gets the whistle.
That one is off. He hits the second from the line.
I think this is one of the great strengths in Towns' game. Very reliable shooter from the foul line. Forces the defense not to be too anxious to send him to the strike.
And it's Paul missing. Minnesota in the lead. Rubio finds Towns. Randall with some nice D. Here's Stojakovic. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim.
And what a passer Paul is. Exceptional at seeking out his guys and getting them into a rhythm.
And the Timberwolves call time here. And with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially up towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
And stolen by Butler. And now Minnesota on the fast break. And Towns throws it down.
You know, Garnett is a willing passer, especially when one of his guys has a clean look.
We've got 1:55 left in the first half of the game. Pass to Stojakovic. Here's Paul, covered by Wiggins. Count the basket.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
It's a close game here in Minnesota. Butler against Paul. And here's Love from the arc. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Again, New Orleans turns it over. New Orleans making a switch here. Minnesota with the ball. Second shot opportunity. And it's slammed in by Garnett.
Kevin Garnett doing a nice job, Kevin, using those long arms of his to snag missed shots.
Paul outside. One drops for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
Now here's Butler. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Lets it go with a 3. No good that time. The Pelicans trail. Paul looking over the floor. And the 3 off target.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Here's Butler. And Towns throws it down.
Yeah, you know, the energy, the hustle, the length and reach. Towns using it all to perfection when he attacks the offensive glass.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Paul, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Paul's got 6 in the quarter. Now Butler. Launches a 3. Here's Towns, and that'll do it for the first.
It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. So on the floor for Minnesota, they've got Andrew Wiggins. Garnett out there with Karl Anthony Towns. And there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Love in at the 3. Now here's Towns. It's stolen by Davis. And New Orleans pushing it up now. Holiday is running. And they take the lead. Paul's got 8. Guys, what a back-and-forth game this has been.
And that's already resulted in 7 lead changes.
Butler passes to Wiggins. Misses the 3. And it's Davis with the ball for the New Orleans Pelicans. It's a 1-point game. To the paint. And Garnett gets it to go on the assist by Butler. 10 points for him.
Garnett very comfortable close to the basket now. He's efficient as a low block scorer.
Davis. Holiday trying to free himself up. And that one's good by Davis.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession. Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. And here is Paul. He's got 8. Deflects the pass. Towns with the steal. Butler passes to Love. Wiggins kicks to Towns. And here's Love for 3. Anthony Davis grabs the miss. Davis has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Mashburn over Butler. And that one's good, Mashburn. Mashburn's got the lead up to 3 now for New Orleans. Wiggins outside. The pass to Garnett. Over Mashburn. Another miss by Minnesota. One item that stood out, their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking. And more importantly, it makes it really hard to defend.
Now here's Davis. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got 4 assists now tonight.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Butler passes to Wiggins. And they double up Garnett. Butler finds Love. A 3 ball. Here's Garnett. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket. Garnett's got 4 points this quarter.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Those are free points you're giving away. You gotta work harder on the glass.
Yep, that one goes.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Always better to be lucky than good when it comes to offensive rebound. And unless you're as good as he is, then those tip-ins are all about skill.
Now here's Paul. He's got 8. Pass to Holiday. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
Nothing seems to be going down for him today.
In the corner, it's Wiggins. Here's Garnett. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. Pelicans leading by 3. Here's Davis. The teardrop falls in. Davis has got 12.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
Davis has gotten everything to fall, shooting 6 for 6 tonight. Garnett, right side, and they double up Garnett. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. And it's Wiggins missing. Wiggins has gone 1 of 3 on the night. Here's Davis. No good on the triple. Wiggins surveying the floor. Here's Towns. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. He's got 11.
Quick trigger off the catch and shoot. Towns giving the defense no time to react.
Paul for 3. Trains it from beyond the arc. And the Pelicans lead by 6.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Wiggins kicks the butt. Takes the 3. Pelicans pull it in. Davis has got 6 rebounds now in the game. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. Here's Minnesota. To the wing right side. Here's Garnett. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Davis has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Pass to Mashburn. Over Garnett. Mashburn no good. Timberwolves trail by 6.
And if they're thinking they can get a 2-for-1 here.
Well, we'll see if they have the awareness to realize that.
And another miss. Oof, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. Andrew Wiggins grabs the board.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
4 seconds left, and Garnett puts it in. Garnett's got 16 points.
Yeah, Garnett, a remarkable scorer. Just a number of moves inside to choose from.
The Timberwolves trail on the court for the Pelicans. Getting the fourth quarter going. We've got Chandler, Gordon out there with Davis. Then it's David West. Evans in at the 1 spot. Passes to Davis. Over Serbiak, and Davis with the basket on the assist by Evans. Davis has got the lead up to 6 now for the Pelicans. Here's Marber, covered by Evans. Gordon with it. And there's the pass to Chandler. Down to 5 on the shot clock. For 3, Gordon. New Orleans with a fresh shot clock. Davis on the follow. And the Pelicans lead by 8.
This is some kind of performance we're seeing from him today. He has yet to miss a shot.
Minnesota calls timeout.
And he has absolutely worn them out in the paint. They need to come up with a plan to limit his touches in the interior.
Catching up on the changes for New Orleans. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Davis. Anderson comes in for Eric Gordon. And it's Peja Stojakovic in for Evans. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, I was able to listen in on the Timberwolves head coach talking to his team. He said, guys, we don't want to play hero ball. We don't want to take threes that aren't there. There are better options when you run the offense all the way through. Kevin, we'll see if they can make that adjustment.
And right there, Rubio doing what he does. Seeing the floor, exploring the defense, finding the open man, and getting him the ball.
Now, here is Stojakovic. Fires top of the key. Rebound by Serbiak.
Total breakdown from the defense there. I mean, he'll usually take advantage when that's the case.
And Rubio kicks to Towns. Gugliotta passes to Towns. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Serbia. The rebound by Anderson.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
And the dunk by Towns.
Doesn't take a lot for Towns to catch fire. He's a confident, sweet-shooting big guy. Can score on anyone from anywhere.
Up top, Stojakovic. Pass to Wesley. Here's Cousins. Now, here is Stojakovic. And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession. Ball comes in for Anderson. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Randall.
Well, that's a moment he'd like to archive. Embarrassing lapse of judgment there.
Drew Holiday's checked in for New Orleans. Minnesota calls timeout. Timberwolves making a change here. Garnett's checked in. Davis is checked in for New Orleans. And Minnesota has possession, trailing by 4. Garnett is doubled. Towns kicks to Rubio. Tries again, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And Garnett, a vocal leader, always trying to psych his guys up and get into the head of the opponent.
First one falls for him. Gasol is checked in for Minnesota. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
They're trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, you know, they had to do
It seemed almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
Outside Holiday. Back to Paul. Takes a three. Minnesota with the rebound.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
You know, that's a trademark of his defense. Quick to react, close down the shooter, and then affect the shot.
Now here's Paul. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. And he makes that one.
Yeah, and Cousins never shy when his team needs a game-changing basket.
Pass to Gasol. Towns down low. Cousins is there. That's it, and the Pelican lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Kevin Garnett.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
Offensive rebound. Cousins, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And, you know, Cousins is a wrecking ball inside, guys. Effective at using his size to draw the contact close to the rim. He's a hard guy to defend.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Pelicans.
They keep piling up the assists, and they haven't cooled off at all.
They've also been pounding it inside tonight and coming away with a lot of points in the paint. I call those PIPs. He's basically automatic from the line, not the guy you want to send there now.
Wiggins passes to Butler. He kicks it to Garnett. That one's good. The New Orleans lead is cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Jimmy Butler.
And Butler relishes this. I mean, he feels really comfortable going right at the defense at crucial points in the game.
And the rejection by Towns. And Anthony Davis is checked in for DeMarcus Cousins. .124 left in the fourth quarter. On the wing, Holiday. And again, New Orleans has no luck.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Wiggins dishes to Love. Back to Wiggins. Oh, wow, a huge basket to tie the game.
Slane and Lane all coming. Higgins with the confidence to put the team on his back when it matters most.
Now here's Paul. Shoots the three. Nails the tray.
Well, Paul's got him dropping right now for sure.
And so it's Wiggins with it. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Love finds Garnett. And they double up Garnett. Back to Towns. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. The kick outside to Butler. Shot clock at 5. And here's Love from the arc. Towns, the pass to Butler. It counts. A tremendous three to tie it up.
Oh, you just love seeing a player.
Here, the Pelicans decide to talk it over. The score is tied at 55. 27 seconds left in the game. Now here's Paul. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Loads it up for Davis. Oh, he can jam it home.
And that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and...
5 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Up again. Oh, it's off the mark. goes to Minnesota. So the overtime period is now ticking away. Should be fun. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. So on the floor for Minnesota, they've got Wiggins. Downs is out there with Garnett. And there's Kevin Love. And it's Butler in at the shooting guard position.
A big bucket at a critical time. Chris Paul not going to leave it up to anybody else. He wanted that shot.
Dishes to Davis. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Kevin Garnett.
And Davis, all energy, big physical point guard with that shoot first mentality.
And that trip coming up empty, missing both. Timberwolves trail by 3. Here's Wiggins. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. And that's now 6 points for Andrew Wiggins.
Close game, big score. Wiggins embracing the challenge.
Butler with the steal. It's stolen by Davis. Nice jump shot from the top of the key. And the Pelicans lead by 3.
And he just seems to always deliver in the clutch. And he's got it going right now. That's who they want taking the big shot.
The ball lets it go from deep. Rebound Minnesota. We're in overtime and 90 seconds gone here in what has been a great one so far. Love the pass to Towns. A baseline jam. Got that bucket. That's 7 points for Jimmy Butler.
I mean, the mid-range jumper of Butler is impressive as he continues to get better from here.
Here's Paul. Good on the baseline J.
This is when some players pull in and tighten up a bit, but if you're talking about CP3, this is when it becomes fun for him.
Now here's Butler. Around 2 minutes into overtime now. It's been a good one. Wiggins against Davis. No good from outside. And Minnesota has possession. It's a 3-point game. Here's Garnett. They get it back. Towns. Butler against Paul. Shot clock at 6. Passes it to Love. Looks for Garnett. He gets it to him. That shot off the mark. Great D that time from Davis. They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see longer possessions from this point on. And relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final
Timeout. They're down by 5. 19 seconds left in overtime. Here is Love. Here's Garnett. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. And so the ball out of bounds. Davis touched it last.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
For 3, Love, and it's rebounded by Mashburn.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. And no good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. That's good, going 1 of 2 from the line, and that increases their lead to 6. Davis against Wiggins. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.